So what this means is a little bit of an island reversal. Like I said, it does mean that it's somewhat bearish. It does not mean, however, that, oh my goodness sakes, we have an island reversal. We're going to, it's going to do that. That's not what it does. Candlesticks are very short-term in nature. So it just means a little bit of a pullback. And that's exactly what we're doing here. And then we came in with this bullish candle here, piercing candle, bullish piercing candle. And then we had some great follow through the next day, and yesterday was good follow through as well, holding well. The only thing is we come up here and we have this this downtrend line here working. And what I'm seeing is a good possibility of a failed top. So we have a high, we push down, we work to get higher, and we make a failed high, and we push down a little more. I'm looking at 306.80, then 303.30. Then, of course, there's the test of the lows down here, 296.90-ish. So let's see what happens. Yesterday, we did pick up some VXX. We did pick up some IWM and SPY puts. So if the market does move down, we're going to be sitting pretty tight. And I think a fair amount of people here in the room did the same thing, or at least bought some short somewhere. So with the move down, like I said, we're going to do pretty good. Just the opening, we'll do pretty good with those SPY puts. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look at some trade ideas here. Oracle, ORCL, Oracle is looking like a short to me. We have a pretty nice book perfect evening star up here. So what we're going to see is anything, the trigger would be below 50.90 here, below this low. That's where we can look to go short. Aggressive traders can certainly look to go short, anywhere above that line. There's nothing wrong with that on anticipation. For a stop, I suppose we'd be using a stop up here about 53.45. If it starts getting up there, then the bulls are going to start turning it around. But right now, simply looking at any kind of a weak candle or an overall weak market before this starts moving down, then that would be a good little short. Target-wise, I would have to say something in the 47.30 area, perhaps. Chewy is still looking like a bullish chart here as long as we stay above that trend. Looks like we're going to open up just about where yesterday closed in here. Follow through, that's where the money's going to be made. We could see this move sideways just a tad, especially if the market starts moving down. Chewy might not roar to the upside, bark up to the upside maybe. Might want to move sideways close to that downtrend line and then possibly up. Either way, though, I'm going to look at Chewy as long as it stays above the 17 EMA or these green dots, they stay green, then I'm going to look at Chewy as being bullish. If we start trading down below this green horizontal line right here and down below that green diagonal line, what's going to happen is those dots are going to start turning red, and then the long trade will be off the table. Another one is OKE. This is a short trade. So you can see the trade's been trending higher, and you guys know I like to use the red-green line. Talking about something that just babysits you a little bit. A good thing with the red-green line is when it's red, don't be long. Pretty simple. When it's green, don't be short. Pretty simple. Well, now that we've pulled back and now we have these green dots up here, the bulls are fighting to get back above that line. Think of this as a water line. No one wants their head underwater. Well, down here, their head's underwater. And they're trying to push up above it, and they just can't get it. It can't get up there. In fact, what we have now is a start, and I'm seeing this a lot in some of the charts that I was looking at last night, is the bearish H pattern setting up. So if we start to see weakness, and if that weakness starts to come below this 32.20 area, then we could see a short run all the way back down to this top over here to about 24.70. Buying inside this area here makes all the sense in the world to me. You just want to make sure your stop is in there. So if you're looking at those green and red dots, where would they turn green? You don't want to be short if they turn green. Well, if price comes back up over that red dot there, then there will be a green dot show up underneath it, just like these right here. That might be a clue to not be short. Let's see, MDT. MDT is another possible short setup. It's been kind of jagged, kind of wonky all through here. I think, overall, everybody's hopes is that it breaks out. Let's do it like this. We'll do it about like that. Everybody's hope was that this was to break out and become bullish. Well, unfortunately, we got tossed an evening star and then a little bit of follow through to the downside, and now we are possibly set up to move a little bit lower. We're up with a pair of dojis. For 2 days, couldn't turn those dots green, so this may be simply just a test of those lows, or we could see some follow through to the downside. OIH, not seeing a lot of goodness in OIH right now. Looks like we're going to open up just a tad lower than yesterday's close. Again, we've got that bearish H pattern forming here, like so. You can see how that we've had green dots, and now we're putting in kind of a green, red, sort of a Christmas tree look right through here. If we start to, let's clear that off. If we start to see that weakness come in and test those lows and fail, then OIH would be a short. And if OIH becomes a short, we might see a 99.40 mark in here. Maybe to 110. 110 to say 99. Is that right? 110? 110. Yeah, 110 to 99. VXX. Now, a lot of us are already in VXX. Bought it yesterday. You can see how the red dots are telling us not to be long. Don't be long, don't be long, don't be long. We pop up, we pull back. Now we've got one of our favorite chart patterns. The favorite chart pattern being where we're up and we pull back for a rest. And then what we're doing is looking for that next up move to make us the money up here. Well, and to boot, those red dots have now turned green dots, so they're acting as support up there. And it just gives you that, that don't be long, don't be long, don't be long, don't be long, be long, be long, be long, be long. What a great indicator here. So anyway, some of us are long on VXX. We need VXX to break out up here at 44 to make any good money. And then above that, the money just gets better and better and better and better. So we'll keep an eye on VXX. That could be a good player for us. ZS. This is one I went long on yesterday. I still think it is a good trade, and I still think it has higher to go. It looks like we're going to open up maybe in the wick, yesterday's wick, maybe a little higher. Either way, it's opening over that green downtrend line, which puts money on my plate. Again, I still think this goes higher, so no one's has missed the trade. If it does start to gap up, what you might want to do is, one, you can buy the gap, or two, watch for a rest somewhere in that box like that. And I'm pretty sure it will rest or slow down and give an opportunity in there. Nice little run up, and then we just went sideways. We put a double bottom right there. These candles, run it over to, there it is. There we go. Run it up there. We have a double bottom here over to here. And then, like I say, this morning it looks like we're breaking out. So ZS still looks like a good trade. Starbucks. I'm afraid Starbucks is looking a little to the short side. Let's get rid of all that. You can see this top right in here. You can see the bullish line right there. And then you can see the gap down. It turned the bullish line into a bearish line. We've rallied up to that bearish line and the T line, and it just does not look for the past 2 days like we're getting strong bulls in there. The candles are not white or green in some cases. This is more of a possible rollover scenario or a nice little bearish H pattern that could lead us down to, let's see, how about into the 64.60 area, and that might make a nice short for somebody right there. The last one I have is Spot. Spot's a long. Spot had a great breakout. This came up on the live trading alerts breakout scan that we've been working with lately. Very nice breakout here on some extremely good volume. I would be bullish above 193.80. If we can get back above there, I'll look at some bullishness. Here, let's put the little box in there to kind of point to it for us. We'll raise that up just a tad. So we'll look to get a little bullish in here, and I can't see why 220 to 230 couldn't be a nice little run or a nice little swing for us little swing trader people over here. So, alrighty, that is the trade ideas. Remember, I put the link to get the $97 cost for the scanner down below there, and if anyone is interested, make sure you do that before the end of June 30th, because price will go up to 147. Get grandfathered in. Remember, you can cancel any time, but get grandfathered in. All right, I want to welcome everybody here. Again, this was Rick. Welcome to the morning webinar. I'll be back in just 1 second.